Dog Bowl Week 12. It's officially crunch time. It is the final week to qualify. Let's get it. We are gonna start the stream with a quick position by position breakdown. But before we do that, we're gonna run our giveaway from last week's stream. You guys are missing out because let's see.
We got some sweet giveaways going on.
And we only had 2 entries last week, so your odds are really good right now. We've got Chad Candles and Brian the Goober. What they are spinning / flipping for here is we threw this one in last minute. This Rome Odunze rookie portals. Got the A-Chan Purple Shock rookie. Got the Optic. Got the QJ Pink Patch rookie. That's a Prism. And then DeAndre Swift base Prism. Lad McConkey base Prism. And Malik Neighbors red rookie.
That's a beautiful lot.
It's a nice little lot. So good luck, guys. And yeah, let's spin it. And then we'll dive into the Dog Bowl slate. Ooh, Brian the Goober.
Wow.
Let's go. Chad had it. Chad, shout out to Chad. If you're not following Chad, make sure you go to Chad Candles on YouTube, drop a follow, streams every morning. He gave us a shout out. I'm pretty sure that's how Brian the Goober found us. So very unselfishly, Chad gave us the shout out. Brian found the stream, entered the giveaway, and stole it right out of Chad's hands. But I'll make sure to get you something here, Chad. And we're going to do more giveaways, so don't worry. But congratulations, Brian the Goober. I will reach out to you, or if you find me on Twitter, Pat Moore Poker, just shoot me a DM, and we'll get that shipped out to you. I think the first giveaway should have arrived. I checked on Pirate Ship, so that should have shipped. Let's. So what are you feeling early in this week? We gotta lock in here. This is our last shot, and then we're on to
just looking at some game totals. Not a ton of information quite out there yet. Giants, Detroit projecting high, Indy, KC projecting high, Philly, Dallas projecting high, New England, Cincinnati projecting high. Those are the top 4 games, 49 and above, 49 to 50 it ranges. Then you have Jacksonville, Arizona is a game below that tier. And then Pittsburgh and Chicago is a game total of 45 below that tier. Some just initial thoughts from looking at the slate. Obviously, people are thinking Detroit onslaught versus the Giants. I think people are really bullish on JMO. They think, they're at home. There's no reason to think, the Giants are going to show up. But if they do show up and push them, even more of a reason to probably be bullish on Detroit. But you got to guess right on Detroit, so that's a hard one. Indy KC is a crazy game. That KC's fighting for their lives, really. It means a lot more to KC than Indy. Indy's kind of in control a bit, but Houston's kind of on their heels. So that's a really interesting game. And then Philly, Dallas. It was just a divisional matchup. Dallas come off a decent win. Philly's kind of hot, but they kind of can control the game pretty well. And that's kind of an interesting one. Kind of tough to kind of feel how it's going to play out. And then New England and Cincinnati is obviously going to be another very attacked game. I think I actually don't really love it. I find that the game's going to lack some explosiveness. And without Jamar, I think Cincy could be kind of gross and really just dinky and dunky and run the ball a lot. So I actually really don't like the New England Cincy. Probably lower on consensus on that game. What are your thoughts?
Just looking at top to bottom filtered by team total. Lions are pretty obvious one. I was watching Mathology on Neil Orfield's stream earlier, and he's kind of joking, but not really, saying you should have one Lion every draft pretty much. Whether you're stacking up Goff, just taking a one-off Gibbs, taking a one-off Montgomery. He says he likes to take Montgomery at home when they're a favorite, yada, yada, yada. So makes sense. More likely than not, you're going to need a piece from that game on the Lions side. And then Patriots-wise, if you're just buying into the DJ Turner narrative, we should be fading Diggs. The wide receiver one against the Bengals has just not got there every week, but you could run against them. And they were also talking about on that stream a little bit how Ramondre has been, I think, practicing again. I'm not sure if that's 100% true, but Henderson's just going so expensive now, and Ramondre is not the worst click in the 6th round. It's hard to fade Hendo against this run defense either way. And then Ravens against the Jets. I feel like people are really attacking this spot, but I don't really see Lamar needing to go nuke. I don't know. This game could like low key be kind of slow. But obviously, if anyone could eat, it might be Zay Flowers just because Sauce is gone. And I just feel like we could be thrown against. Rams not on our slate. 49ers not on the slate. And then you were talking about the Chiefs a little bit. It's kind of like a must win. Their team total's up 2.5 points. I think I'm going to be going pretty hard at that game, just like attacking the Chiefs side of the ball. Failed last week, but it was a pretty tough matchup on the road. Different circumstances this week. I know they got Sauce, but other than that, yeah, one more point to Mathology. He made a pretty good point. He was like, I don't really like attacking quarterbacks that have less than a 21-point team total because that means they're implied for less than 3 touchdowns. So I guess like if you're attacking that dart angle, it's like not even projected for 3 touchdowns. And then are they really going to let him run the ball this week after he's concussed? It's a little hard to see the upside, but I did take him in one draft. So I'm not going to completely fade him. Other than that, yeah, it's hard to see. Like, I don't know, Kirk Cousins, Davis there on Thursday Night Football. JJ McCarthy, tough to see going back to him on the road against the Packers. I don't know. Do you see anything in this like bottom tier?
No, I think for anything from the bottom tier, you're probably looking at Saints Falcons. I think a lot of people are gonna take the value plays in Olave. Olave's gotten home a lot this year. Pretty good spot for him. Still hasn't risen in value all that much on the board. Still kind of just like a 3rd, 4th round pick. Good. What's a lot? Where's ADP?
He's going early. He's going like
so he's
2nd round.
People are on him. I mean that shows you probably the bullishness of people on that game. Just kind of going back to some of the higher teams because the Lions are interesting if you can kind of like find an interesting angle, which it might be like a Brock Wright with Laporta out. I do think the offense does probably just condense. The Giants were really run heavy against the Packers. I don't know if that was just the single game scheme and how they wanted to attack the Packers and if they're going to carry that over into this next game. So they're, to your point, if I do agree, if they're not going to be running dart more, that means they're going to be passing more or running the ball ineffectively. So they're either going to be passing it and slowing the clock a little bit, and that game will maybe kind of lengthen. But if they can't run the ball well, then it could just be like a complete Lions onslaught in you. And like there's, I don't know, it's just hard to kind of see how competitive the Giants are going to be in that. So, but yeah, that's probably of the low totals. New Orleans and Atlanta is definitely going to be attacked. You have 2 bad defenses, really. I mean, I think people are going to shy away from Kirk. What do you think about Atlanta's side? I mean, New Orleans is like Olave or Juwan Jennings, maybe a little Kamara if you're like desperate, right?
Yeah, no, I don't hate it. I just don't think we should be piling into this game. Maybe like there's some one-off pieces like Olave, Bijan, maybe Pitts. maybe Mooney.
Pitts is a good call with the last time Kirk played, no London. Pitts was top receiver, 9 catches, 60 yards. So I think Pitts is a decent call.
For sure. And everyone's going to be focused on these games like Lions, Patriots, Ravens, Chiefs. So we got to try to find some of this like mid-range value and the 3 touchdown, like 21 point to 25 point, like Jags. Like, do we click the BTJ Q tag in the 6th round? I guess you said Davis Maddock mushed Luther Burden, so that's kind of out.
Yeah. I don't know. Caleb just like really hasn't proven it against anybody other than like the Bengals and the Cowboys. And from a fantasy point perspective, sure, in real life he's like been winning games and pulling it out, but he's only blown up against like the worst defenses. So it's hard to see if like the Packers are like just gonna like roll over but it is the Bears are at home, which helps a ton. So we'll see. They've been good.
Bears are interesting for sure. I mean, even just Rome's not that expensive this week. Let's see all the Bears pieces by price. Rome is the most expensive at ADP 40. So in general, you can stack up the Bears pretty cheap, whichever angle you're seeing. And then Pittsburgh side, people are a little worried because Rodgers is iffy. It is his non-throwing hand, but you got Jalen Warren questionable. DK had a bad week last week, but I think he's a nice flop lag candidate. Just means like he's a good bounce back candidate. Just on that DJ Turner narrative, if we're gonna fade Stephon Diggs this week, with that thought in mind, maybe DK is a good bounce back candidate against a bad Chicago defense.
Yeah. And
then I mean he cost me a dog bowl C last week, only scoring 7 points, and everyone else went nuke. So I do like I mostly faded him last week. It was just that one specific draft he fell to 3-4 turn. But now I like just completely ignoring what happened last week. I like him a lot better this week, I think. I think Kenneth Gainwell, people are clicking, but it's just a little tough.
Yeah.
I don't know. This whole side of the ball is a little gross.
Playing the opposite side of the Q tag of Warren if he doesn't go.
Yeah.
Ravens are interesting. I do see I do like Zay. Just feel like they kind of need to get Lamar going, and could be a nice game. Who do the Ravens play next after this game?
It's a good question.
Because like they kind of can't mess around either, so they're not in a position to just like to mess around. But like I don't know, I do feel like they need to get Lamar moving in the passing game. Then they get a divisional game Sunday night. It looks like.
No, it's a Thursday. There's Thursday night, so they have a short week. They have to play again in 4 days after that.
Yeah,
I don't know how much that matters. I know in NBA when people are going to be on a back-to-back, they play less minutes or sometimes sit. I don't know how much Harbaugh is going to factor in the fact that they have a game against a division opponent 4 nights later. Like, let's just say it's the second half, they're up 3 scores. How much are they really going to press the pedal?
Yeah.
Knowing they have a game in 4 days.
The following week on a short week. I mean, like you can't say they're not looking ahead past the Jets. Like it's the NFL. They're planning.
Right. I mean, does that mean you fade the Ravens though? I mean, it's a little tough.
Not completely. I don't know. It's just a tricky spot because like you can see also an explosion too, right? There's do we just run Derrick Henry and slug it out or do we get Lamar going and we let Lamar cook? And this is his week. So
yeah, the only issue is the game total is 44.5 and the team total is 29. So they're just really saying the Jets aren't going to push the Ravens. And I think I'd be a lot more excited if it was Ravens, Bears, or Ravens, Cowboys. So I don't know. It's not a full fade, but I think it's something to note. I think that's a good shout. Let's just go instead of going team by team. Let's just kind of look at position by position, look at tiers real quick. So quarterback wise, it's really these 4 that are going within the first couple rounds. So I don't know if people are chasing what happened with Josh Allen last week, but people seem to a lot more comfortable with clicking these names this week early. What do you think?
Early QB is always so tough. Obviously, you needed Josh Allen. So are people, kind of mimicking that theory now this week based off of Josh Allen getting home and, kind of copycatting the prior week? It's just human nature. I mean, Hurts is in a smash spot, but they just don't play with like this high pace, trying to put up 45 points. Right? Like, I'd rather take my chances on Goff to just throw 5 touchdowns, and just onslaught them. I mean,
it's probably these 2. I think these 2 are nice targets.
Yeah. Philly's run D seems to they got the 2 tackles back, so they seem to kind of be hard to run on more now, and they solidified it with Jalen Phillips. So you probably got to throw, which is probably, good for Dak. I think he didn't have a great week 1, but he did have a good week 1. But Javonte just scored fantasy-wise. Javonte had 2 touchdowns that week 1, I think, when they played. So, yeah. Daniel Jones.
These are the names that interest me the most. Daniel Jones is a little – I mean, it's a good game total, good game environment, but it's just a little bit of a tough matchup, so I don't love it at that price.
KC's just fighting for their lives, right? They're 5-5. They got to win. It's just kind of like, you want to bet on Daniel Jones in that environment? Probably
not really.
Yeah.
I think I'm comfortable not fading these top quarterbacks, but maybe just being more willing to lean on other positions instead, because I don't know, Josh Allen, for him to really get there, he had to score 6 touchdowns, which is like a career game for him. 3 on the ground, 3 in the air. And the top lineup in the Dog Bowl still didn't have him. He was in 2 of the 3, but the one that scored the most still didn't have Josh Allen.
True.
So it's just so hard for these guys to score enough to justify passing on.
Even from a DFS perspective too, and also a stacking perspective in Underdog, Josh Allen got you to Khalil Shakir and probably maybe a Dawson Knox or a Dawson Hawes. I don't know what Knox did. To be honest with you. But his stacking partners were terrible and ended up crushing your lineups, because even with 44 and their pass catchers, it got you nowhere close to Brissett, Dortch, McBride, Michael Wilson, which was way cheaper. You could have built that lineup in any Dog Bowl you wanted, pretty much. Not, as long as you got McBride, as long as you had McBride from the 7 spot, you could have had that team drafted every single time in the 7 spot. So,
yeah, I actually had a kind of interesting theory thinking about this today. I did a couple DraftKings lineups this week, and I don't know if I'll be able to find the one I'm thinking of. Hopefully this is it, and it just automatically comes up. Yes. Okay, look how sick this lineup is.
Yeah, you're so close. You literally had so many pieces of the Millie, except those 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would think, and then I have, if you look at another lineup I have, it's Jacoby, and then it's Dortch, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride, or whatever it is, which I don't know if you couldn't afford that on this lineup necessarily. But I was thinking, what if you take the top stacks that don't have Josh Allen in it? Let's just say you run lineups for Jacoby Brissett, you run lineups for who else did well? Bryce Young.
Yeah.
You run lineups for other quarterbacks that you don't have a ton of faith in, or you just think Josh Allen has a higher ceiling, and then you just swap naked Josh Allen in. You don't try to just hand build a Josh Allen naked lineup. You build the lineup as if the other quarterback was in the lineup, and then you swap Josh Allen in. And then obviously there's going to be some kind of salary constraints, but you can maybe just swap piece or two to make it work. But
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try that. Maybe not this week because the quarterback situation is a little weird, or maybe you can. Like maybe I could just do a naked Hurts and then do the same concept. But I was thinking that's like maybe a way to avoid these snowflakes in the future.
Yeah, smart.
I know
We always
talking
talk about it.
so.
We've talked about it in the past how tough Josh can be to stack. He's just such a sprick. He just can be so greedy and throws the freaking random Ty Johnson 58 yards, Trail Shavers. Like what? Just nobody had those guys in any lineups anywhere.
Yeah. Like this one was a Purdy stack and it had like the right bringbacks and stuff, but Josh Palmer kind of nuked it, but still finished pretty nice.
Juwan was a bit of a slug, but still pretty insanely solid. You still could have gotten home.
This went for 198. Winner went for 227 for 4,000. Yeah. So it was like really close. So
sure.
I hardly put any time into DraftKings this week. That was like Sunday morning, an hour before lock. So I was thinking like maybe put a little more time into it. Maybe just like build lineups as if you're stacking, swap in the naked high ceiling quarterback, and then like tweak one or two things to make the salary work. But we'll switch back to dog bowl. I don't even know what really got me on that thought. Yeah. Oh, we were talking quarterbacks with these types of ceilings. So yeah, it's kind of tricky. It's basically take quarterback early or wait. So we'll move on to running back unless there was any other quarterback you wanted to note down.
I mean, just quickly deep on some of the deeper guys. Caleb, I think Trevor's in play. Probably staying away from Flacco. Love's a bit in play, but I just don't love the Packers. That's probably as deep as I'm getting.
I agree. And then you can go something like this. You got Rome. You've got it's a little ugly. I guess you got Dobbs. You've got
and you got Watson.
Watson's hardly getting drafted. You could
do the Watson. I think Watson's the guy if you're stacking Love. I can see Dobbs being maybe like just like a one-off piece on a winning lineup when he like has a good game, but you don't want anything else if Dobbs has a good game. But if Watson goes off, I think Jordan Love also has like a ceiling game. So I'm staying if I get Love, if I'm thinking about taking Love, I'm wanting Watson and not Dobbs. But if I'm just wanting maybe like a single off from that game, I might sneak in Dobbs.
Yeah, it's tricky. It might even just be naked Love. Yeah, it's tough to stack Love this year.
There was some big coach speak on Musgrave too, talking about trying to get him more involved, but he just hasn't done nothing. But he's gonna be on the field. The other guy scored. The backup, I don't know his name, but
I mean these are decent emergency stacks. Like let's just say here. Let me clear this out. Let's just say closing out a draft and we don't know what to do. Just do something like Love, Musgrave, or let's just say we go something like who'd you just say? It was Trevor, and then take like a BTJQ tag. But I do want to move on to running back. Running back is probably the toughest beast to tackle this week. Quarterbacks, whatever. Like I think you can just take a Jordan Love, still get 15 to 25 points, and it might be enough. But running back, I don't know. Once you get past Jonathan Taylor, Gibbs, Bijan, Saquon, Henry, I guess I would extend it out to.
You can maybe tier break, but then like Javante's probably in another tier of his own, and a tier break after Javante. So.
Yeah, like you could tier break it at Gibbs, tier break it at Saquon, tier break it at Etienne. And then once you get here, like Judkins on, you can't really tell a great story for any of these guys. Judkins on a bad offense with Shedeur Sanders, very low game total. Chase Brown against a really good run defense. Ashton Genty with no offensive line. Jalen Warren, you don't even know if he's going to play. Brees Hall's on an offense that's going nowhere. Josh Jacobs, I looked it up. AI says it's very unlikely a player with a knee contusion is going to play the same week, which makes Emmanuel Wilson in play.
I could. I'll say
you
Brees.
play devil's advocate on all these guys. Let me just
Yeah.
give my bear case on all
Go
of them,
for
and then you be devil's advocate after
Cool.
I finish.
Cool.
Swift splitting the backfield with Monungai, who scored. Kenneth Walker looked good last week, but also any given week, Sharps can vulture. Aaron Jones, you got a revenge game, but Jordan Mason vultured. David Montgomery, home favorite, but Gibbs obviously is the alpha. Emmanuel Wilson, you can click them, maybe get a value, but if Jacobs does play, you're just dead. Kamara, low game total, low team total. Ramondre might not play. If he does, like, is he going to split with Hendo? Kind of ambiguous. And then at this point, you're just getting kind of deep, like Gainwell, Tracy, whatever. But like you said, you want to make a case on any of these guys? Brees, I guess.
I was gonna say Hall. Yeah, just I think you can get. I think you can get them on the ground. No Fields might be a good thing. So, it's definitely a good thing rushing wise. This might be like Brees's like last, or like he's got like 1 or 2 left in the tank in him here before like he's just starting to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Jets are going to give it like one good haul here. So I'm in on him like at cost. That's really what it starts to become about with these RBs. Is just like, I don't know. It was tough because middle tier wide receiver didn't really get there last week either. We thought we needed to mix in more of that like Lad, DK. Although Tet got there, so he was a mid tier. And then Michael Wilson was like a 6th rounder, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no other way. Maybe by the end of it, he was like kind of steaming up, but.
You were spot on, though. You were saying it's just like you said about price. You said, I'm willing to take Kyron at this price last week when he was starting to fall. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the times it's not about the player. The game environment does matter. The player skill does matter. But a lot of this game comes down to price.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you willing to pay that price on elite quarterback?
Especially in the Dog Bowl, you see so many winners with like a 5. Like the guy who had, I think the winner had like a 10 and a 5 at RB. It's like, I mean, Sean Tucker, like if you had Sean Tucker on a team like that he had, like, which is,
dude,
you're going to show you got the nuts. Like,
I have to show you this.
You took Sean Tucker team?
No, this guy. This guy was all over it. If you go down the leaderboard, he had so many Josh Allen, Sean Tucker teams, and he lost by like 1 point. And look how bad of a beat this is. The guy that passed him swapped Michael Wilson for Keon Coleman. He did like the classic fish thing. I wouldn't call it a fish thing, but like just stacking Josh Allen just never works. And if Keon Coleman doesn't miss a meeting on Friday or whatever the hell happened, this guy just like gets stuck with the terrible Josh Allen lineup. And the guy who just was all over it, this cognition guy, Sean Tucker, Josh Allen, like just one running back, 3 wide receivers, and all the receivers like failed him. This was like the one lineup where he actually had a decent combo with Tet. But let me see if I can find another cognition lineup. Josh Allen, Sean Tucker, and then he went 3 receivers again.
Couldn't get the next.
Here he is again.
Combo.
Josh Allen, Sean Tucker. Let me see how many more I could find.
He was like on the right concept, but like still needed to like kind of get like an ETN and like,
But it just goes to show if you find an angle and it hits, he littered the top 100, even with all the wide receivers doing horribly.
Yeah.
Like if it was just any bit of a normal wide receiver week, he probably would have won 3 seats. You know 100%. What I mean? Like he completely hit the nuts in this mini correlation. Brutal. Shout out to the fantasy sharps though. This was on stream.
Yeah.
This was like I think the very final draft, and this was like, dude, Josh Allen's gonna completely nuke every lineup I've drafted so far. And I was like, we have to get in the last minute Josh Allen lineup for my portfolio. And
Mike Wilson was a great call. If only we went Tet instead of DK, we're in it.
I rewatched the stream. I rewatched the stream, and Tet was like 7 spots lower, and normally DK's gone at this point, and then Rome was next after him. Normally he was gone at this point, but it hit the point in the week where everyone had so much certainty at running back. Like everyone knew who the correct running back plays were at this point. All the injury reports were out, yada, yada, yada. That kind of pushed the wide receivers back a little bit, and all the running backs were literally going in order in the 3rd round by the end of the week. Yeah. So that kind of by default forced me to it. But like, look at this. Look at this very next team. Look at my wide receiver combo.
Josh Jacobs, man.
Like I really was not getting to DK Metcalf. And my exposures were 16% Michael Wilson, 9% Tet McMillan. And if I could have just got this wide receiver pairing on this lineup, I would have been first place by a lot. Like it would have been, I would have put up over 150 points. So we're right on it. Dog Bowl is rough. It's tough, but it's making the both of us better drafters. So we're grateful for that. And there's plenty more chances, if not this week in the future. But yeah, let's
go wide receiver. I think we're okay.
Yep. Wide receiver, people are saying is really deep this week. You even go as far as taking a Kayshon Boutte Q tag. Anything you like up here at the top, though, specifically?
Feels like Amon-Ra is due for a bounce back. JSN's nice, obviously. And I don't know. Maybe Rasheed's probably a good play. I don't see Sauce getting on him. I feel like you just want to take the cheaper of CD and Pickens. Like, do you want to pay up for CD when you can get Pickens potentially just later? Like, even if you have to pay up for Pickens.
Pickens is steaming up just because of how well he did last night. He's going. In my first look draft, I got him in the 3rd round, and now I've seen him go in the mid-2nd. But I ruined that lineup because I took Genty. So there's that. But you got AJ Brown, who's always a coin flip. Chris Olave, people are liking. He's going early. Justin Jefferson, no one wants to click. He's going as late as 3rd sometimes. So that's like a price maybe we're willing to pay.
Yeah, I mean, T's going to project out of his mind. No Jamar. New England can kind of be had in the passing game, right? Drake London went off on them. They might stop the run with Chase Brown. I mean, T could just be in a monster spot. They might be trailing. Yeah,
he's steaming up. He was going 3rd round. Now he goes as early as the 1-2 turn.
I mean, they got nothing. They have nothing. It's Noah Fant. It's Yoshi Voss, which, I mean, if you want to get ugly, Yoshi Voss is certainly in play, but he's terrible.
No, I don't hate the shout. He's been clicked. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. You got Devonta Smith, who is cheaper. AJ Brown,
who's been better than him all year. You probably lean in there.
He's got a ceiling.
AJ Brown's due, though. You might want to catch that like AJ Brown 3-touchdown like bomb game, so you can't like not click AJ.
Yeah. I clicked Diggs earlier. I did a T. Higgins.
Yeah, when you brought him up earlier, my note was that he plays out of the slot a lot, which he's not running so much outside, so that could be a good spot for him. He could just eat.
So maybe he'll avoid DJ Turner, but
yeah.
It's I don't know. I
think that might be
so consistent.
If Boutte plays, that's probably where Turner will kind of match up more.
Maybe, yeah. People love JMO this week. He's going early. He's a fake ADP.
All those guys, so it's what? it's JMO, cheap Amon-Ra, Pickens is cheap CD, and Devontae's cheap AJ. Like, it's just.
And then you just got Zay, who's the wide receiver one, who's got a ceiling, just hasn't tapped into it yet.
Get tackled on like the 2 or whatever.
There's a lot of interesting names in this range. I got Michael Pittman in the 5th round.
Alec Pierce's yardage is over Michael's this week. His like prop total.
Yeah, he's been crushing it.
He's on the field all the time, and he catches 4 balls and they're 20 yards a pop. So it's like, dude, you're at 10 points if he catches 4 passes. Like it's actually insane from a fantasy perspective. I mean, 6 catches, even if, there's not been a ton of efficiency, but if the efficiency rises or he catches that like one long bomb touchdown like he did, like it's just like, I don't know, he's just like a good player. It's kind of like, I kind of feel like he's the Shaheed like ish player this year, but it just hasn't like quite clicked on the long bomb touchdown. But it's just like, I don't know, he's just a good fantasy player.
Yeah, no, he's been good and he's cheap, so I wouldn't mind clicking him. He's one to keep in mind for sure.
He's a push. He could, if he does catch that bomb, he could push Mahomes more. So it might be like a good Mahomes Rice bring back kind of idea.
Yeah, for sure. I like that. Wandale, I clicked a little bit too much last week. It's cheaper now, so from price standpoint, don't hate it. Gotta monitor Slayton's status, I guess. Anyone else in this range that you like? We talked about Watson a little bit. We talked about Dobbs a little bit. Mooney, tough to trust, but with London out, he's always viable.
Yeah, I mean the targets are going to be there for him, so I don't know how much faith do you have in Cousins to kind of produce something this week. It's the Saints, so if there's ever a week Kirk's going to be viable, it's definitely this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. This whole range is a little tough.
I'll also say the slight difference this go around with Kirk compared to last go around with Kirk, although no London, it's like people are going to think it's like the exact same situation, but it's actually different in the sense Kirk's going to take all of the first snaps at practice all week, which may not seem like a big deal, but I actually do think it is a big deal for him and for the team because he's a pro. But if he can just get that little bit of gel to go with Mooney or Pitts, and like Bijan and Algier are effective on the ground, like that could be enough. Not to say like that makes you want to like really play this game, but just makes like maybe like Pitts or Mooney on like one-off pieces a little more viable. Yeah.
No, I like that take. I would say we've gotten pretty lucky on the Q tags. Like the guys, for the most part, that we've just not been clicking have been got ruled out. It screwed us that one week with London when he was going 4th round and we didn't click it. So I think tonight I want to get a BTJ team. And then maybe like also a Marv team. Like one of these two. Because I've seen Crutches doing it. And I'm not saying I want to copy Crutches, but I think it's just a part of our drafting strategy that we need to incorporate more early week.
And both those secondaries can be had. So
yeah,
good spot.
Yep. I think that's all I had for receiver for the most part. You have anything else before we move to tight end?
Nah, nothing that jumps.
You mentioned Yoshivasu, who's buried down here, so we've gotten pretty deep already.
Yoshiva.
Tight end, this is kind of the tier that goes in the first few rounds, and then Kelsey, I guess, too. And then you get kind of a break, and then it starts to become this little mini tier. And then the final, like when everyone's scrambling to get their tight end, is this mini tier. that cuts off at Theo. And then once you're there after Theo, there's maybe like a few more people who need a tight end. It's like, all right, do I go Brock Wright? Do I go Barner, even though they're not really going to get like pushed a ton by Tennessee? Likely, just hasn't really done it yet. TJ Hawkinson, 9's been kind of gross. Fannin, you got Shadoran. Farmouth, you don't know if Rodgers is in. It's just kind of gross. Like, I don't know how much you want to be prioritizing. So how many tight ends are there that I just named that are within a tier that isn't insanely gross?
It's just like playable.
11. So there's really only one person who gets stuck with this.
Yeah.
Barner,
The
Brock Wright range. So I don't know. I know a lot of sharp people that I've been seeing will do something like this. So like JT, Warren, and I don't know, like Chase Brown, because that's what's going to be left at that point. But just as an example, like running back, tight end. Yeah. And then they can make it up with a Michael Wilson. And
it's definitely the grossest position. I just don't see like too many late. I mean,
ceilings.
Yeah. I mean, even like Theo's pretty gross, but Dart is back, so I guess that helps. But
don't hit Loveland.
I know. Komet's just playing too much, though. Although Loveland is playing a lot. Let me see if they posted just what his snap percentage was. Hold on.
You mentioned Fant. I don't hate Fant with Chase out, and he's going like undrafted basically at 72 ADP.
mean, Loveland played 75% of the snaps. Komet
he's the only one with the ceiling that I see in this range, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good call. Pittsburgh's been, I mean, Kraft just like kind of blew up on him. I don't think Ramsey will get suspended. So maybe they put Ramsey on Tyler Warren when they played. I don't know if they'll do that same thing. I think Ben Johnson will just move the guys around more, so it won't quite be like that. But
yeah,
but
yeah,
Colts run pretty base formation because JT is just such a threat and Warren's a blocker and Ben mixes it up a little bit more.
For sure. No, I think outside of that top 11, it's like maybe these two guys.
Yeah, Tennessee's been relatively like tough against tight ends. Plus, it's like a poor environment, so I'm not super on Barner, but I get it.
Well,
he's the tush push. So
no, well, Mathology is a huge Barner stan, and he doesn't like Barner this week. So you're probably right. So maybe it's just Loveland.
I don't think anybody really brought him up except Mathology that I heard, and I liked Barner a lot. I had a lot of exposure to Barner, which was a great play. He just has good it just shows you like in a game where Darnold has to throw a lot that he can get 7 targets. Brock Wright's another good one. So
7 targets. Yeah. Maybe we just forgo Barner and we do one of these two. If we just get stuck at tight end and we completely punt it as the JT or Gibbs drafter, I don't hate it. And it's a different way to get into this game environment. So
I'll say one thing about Loveland too is like, I don't know if maybe the Bears run game is I think people are kind of thinking it's ascending, but I actually think it's starting to turn kind of quickly, and it's starting to actually kind of wear down, and Swift isn't super healthy right now. It doesn't really feel like, and Monenguy's okay, but they still don't fully trust him, and I don't think they can run their full offense with Monenguy on the field. He limits all the type of protections and stuff that they can kind of run. So I don't know. I think that game could be kind of nice for Caleb and Sneaky if they let him just sling it. And I think Swift's playable too, because Swift can catch 5 passes. So
something like this. Be sneaky.
Yeah, I like it.
No bring back. Let's get in a draft.
Let's do it. That was a good rundown.
It's a good rundown. Since we did the breakdown, we'll probably do 2 of these instead of 3. And tomorrow we'll do 3.
Yeah. This is this is last week, so I don't see like too much crazy value from like watching the guys of like movers. I was trying to look at some boards and like really think who I was going to move. Travion's obviously like a guy I think is going to move backwards. So I think you can probably get him like second round, like maybe, mid to late second round by the end of the week. So you could probably wait on him.
QBs always get cheaper.
CD will fall if George is rising. So maybe relax on CD. I also think maybe Amon-Ra, which probably makes JSN and Rishi like really strong plays up there over Amon-Ra and CD. Because it doesn't seem like the worthy stuff's working. I know they've been trying to make it happen, but I just think they're going to go back to the well with like Rishi and just 15 targets again. And just like they got to win the game. Like we're just going to freaking go to our best player. So I think it's a good Rishi week.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I want to be in this game heavily.
Mm-hmm.
What about Pacheco?
Rishi just needs volume though, because he doesn't get any like depth to his target. He also like kind of hasn't like broken a tackle for like a long one yet. He just like kind of hasn't like shown his like true ceiling. So he's probably cheap in perspective to that. Yeah, you guys still like Kareem. Maybe
I was just saying, is Pacheco back?
I think he's trying to be, but they also thought he'd be back after their bye and he wasn't. So it's a bad sign. Because
weird spot, but when Crutches qualified, he had a Pacheco Q tag that he swapped to Hendo. Yeah, I hate the Travion price this week because this is even a fake ADP. He's going like 9th sometimes.
I also think like there's really not going to be, I don't know, like we got to get some like reports on people getting hurt, but maybe like Swift is actually hurt and the rest of the minutes like Monengai again. So maybe Monengai could be like a real late steamer. That's just like totally like just random thought, making it up.
What's wrong with Swift?
He's just been like, I don't know. He was fine. He just, I don't know. He had a big workload. He was like kind of off and on the field a little bit. I don't know. I didn't see a ton of it. I'm just kind of just making stuff up right now.
You made up a Jalen Warren injury last week, but he actually like did get hurt.
He was like kind of banged up going in too, kind of thing. So you can like he's just like I don't know. He's just played a lot this year. He's already shown an injury. So like it. I think people should have had Emmanuel Wilson rostered like as soon as once Jacobs or somebody like shows an injury, even if they like come back for it, they're just like more susceptible. So
seems fine.
What is this telling us, dude? These are model pictures from like probably like friggin' months ago, bro. When did he post that?
Yesterday.
No, he did not. He's in San Diego, dude. Oh, bro. And Luther Burden saying he's got drip.
I liked it. I don't know, dude. I used to get intel about Kyler Murray through his YouTube vlog.
I do remember.
Now he just doesn't.
I do remember when you were on that.
But now he doesn't even post anymore, so that's how you know he's cooked. Absolutely. Like he had one early this season when he was still the starter.
Bro is so cooked. Dude's kind of a loser. Did you remember he posted on Instagram with a Michael Vick jersey and his dogs? Kyler?
No.
Absolutely outrageous post. Outrageous. Like, and he had to delete it and like he apologized. He got up on the podium and apologized for it. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me? Brother, what are you doing? You just can't do that. You just can't do that. You can post yourself wearing a picture, but you just can't have your dog like front and center. It's so ridiculous. All right, where we go? That's 6.
We got a nice pick. Top 6 is
right.
Nice. It's just one of these 6, really.
I think we go maybe McBride, or do we think we have some decent?
No. McBride,
you think
you made a pretty critical mistake last week, no offense. When you got the 101 and you took JSN. You just got to kind of lean on ADP a little bit.
Yeah, no, I did, but
because like we'll get like the 9 through 12 pick at some point, and we could just get McBride then, unless you just like want to have 30% McBride. Like if that's the case, then yeah, let's pull up McBride and just get a huge exposure. Like then you should do it. Like if you just like were all in on JSN last week and then like it makes sense to do that. But like if you're not and you're like I want CMC,
I just have had like a lot of 101s and just felt like I needed to switch it and didn't have much JSN. So, but
honestly, you just gotta like be happy. Like just pick. Oh, nice! I ran good at the 101 this week because some weeks you just completely can't get any.
Yeah, you're right.
But who knows? Like I mean, like if JSN went off, you would have looked like a genius.
It got me to a good build because it got me to Kyron and Barner, I think, too. And but Darnold was poop, but got me to a few good pieces.
Like I think I got McBride in one pretty late, not late, but like
JSN. You like, I like Amon-Ra.
It's just one of these two. I mean, you can get Henry at 8 or 9 usually.
I bet you crutches. I mean, if JSN wasn't there,
Monter's going to project really well. He's probably going to be like number 3 at ETR or something. It's been so many running back weeks, so we just like have to have a receiver ceiling week. I feel like.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Just do it. People always think like, oh, they're just gonna blow him out, and Jason's not gonna play, but they have to score touchdowns first to blow him out. So
I just think McBride over CD is like.
I agree with that. I think there's just a tier in those top 6. It's like kind of like a tier break.
Yeah.
Like you can see CD ADP 9, Trey McBride ADP 9.8, but then like JSN 4.6.
Like I bet you this week's Jacobs is Rasheed. Could see Rasheed starting to move all the way up to like 4 or 5. And CD Amon-Ra falling back.
I don't think so.
Trust and support.
Maybe.
I'm just trying to get some movers. Because that's really what you're trying to do right now. Unique combos based on movement.
Yeah. I mean, you were right last week, Jason over Puka, even though they both kind of failed.
Yeah.
Just in terms of what ETR did and ADP movement. Puka was going 7 by the end of the week. Crutch said he had none.
What do we think? Like, do we pray we get ETN? Doubtful, but like maybe
we're not, because Lee's gonna go Javonte ETN. He's a big RB guy.
We pray for Bowers.
I think he's gonna go Javonte ETN. Okay, no, he goes Bowers, and I saw Nez do that. So,
you think he goes ETN over Javonte?
No, I think he goes Javonte here probably.
Yeah.
I like that though. Bowers is just going to continue to get more expensive.
I just don't think you can go wrong with like him and McBride. If they hit their ceiling game, like it's just so easy to see them in viable lineups because you're probably having a 6 from your Juwan Johnson, and they're getting potentially a 25. It's like, all right, well, how do I make up 19 points? That's a whole player sometimes in a winning dog bowl. 19 points is massive. So, it's just, yeah.
It's already ugly at running back. This is what I'm talking about.
Freaking.
I know. Look, it's already Judkins. Already at that tier I was talking about.
Yeah, it's so gross.
It gets really bad really quick.
Do we keep punting and try to get like a elite QB here?
That or Olave would be my vote. Pickens. Probably, yeah, Hurts. I've seen some really sharp people take Hurts earlier than this, so.
Yeah.
Just go naked Hurts, maybe?
Yeah, we'll take him and see how the board falls.
We like Hurts more than Lamar?
I do. I think Hurts gets pushed way more than Lamar will get pushed, so.
Yeah. I don't think we need to stack them. I think a lot of people are going to overdo it with Goddard. And I mean, it's viable.
I think if you are going to stack, it's like Devontae or Goddard. I don't know. Yeah, he's definitely not necessary, but.
It'd be really hard to get him with AJ, just how ADP lines up.
Usually when he like gets it with AJ, it's like on like these big bomb plays, and then Hurts like isn't kind of all that viable, but and then they can kind of just like run it out. But
we might have sniped Crutches because I know he likes Hurts, and then he went Lamar.
I just think we just need to like get a positional advantage elsewhere because we're just not getting it at RB, and after Jefferson and Higgins, it was I'd rather pass on Olave, but I feel like that's like always Olave in the second round is kind of gross, don't you think? Like mid-second, like that's the highest he's been all year. I get it, he's been like good, but like you're still counting on Tyler Shook, or however you say his name.
Shook. No, I agree. Just playing the price game. I remember Awin on Winner Circle said it was back-to-back weeks or 2 out of 3 weeks he had Olave on his winning lineup. And he's like, yeah, like he's going to get to the point, though, where he's too expensive. And people are finally going to start buying in on him, and that's when I'm going to be out. And literally the next week he was going like second, third round, and he pooped.
Yeah.
So it is, yeah. You got to be very price conscious.
You just don't want to buy based on last week's performance. You want to buy based on this week's projection. So when you see a player like kind of steamed up, most likely from that, although Atlanta's like a good matchup, so I can see how people are projecting him high, but it's just like over JMO, Devontae, and George. I don't know about that.
We can maybe go Brees if you like Brees.
Yeah, we probably need to sneak some in here.
Crutches. We'll see what Crutches does. We'll see if he takes a running back, if he keeps punting. Genty. No one wants Genty. Oh, Tyler Warren. Shit. That's what Crutch is going to do. We have to take Tyler Warren if he doesn't. But he's going to 100%. Twice on Tuesday. 3 times on Wednesday, 4 times on Thursday. He's always taking Tyler Warren here every time.
Because he'll never be Tyler Warren.
Oh, yes. Ooh. We have to do this. This is the sharp play. Trust me.
Yep.
I've seen him go earlier than this, and he's going to get more expensive.
Yep. I'm in.
We still might be able. It's gonna be tough to get Brees to come back, but I'm not. We can still get like a David Montgomery and Emmanuel Wilson. You said you didn't mind Swift.
Yep. No, I don't. I like Swift. But...
I don't mind David Montgomery, home favorite. Like Math was saying, Emmanuel Wilson is like very likely to be the starter.
Kamara could definitely in play.
Kamara, Ramondre Q-Tag.
You could
Checo Q tag.
Yeah, that's probably it. Maybe Keaton Mitchell, like onslaught theory. Yeah, Bayshield's not a terrible call.
What do you mean onslaught theory?
Like Ravens are up 30 at halftime and don't play Derrick Henry in the second half, and Keaton Mitchell gets 15 carries in the second half.
Yeah.
But guess who predicted that? Davis Maddox, so it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, his projected fantasy points right now is probably like 6. But that stuff's probably not up yet. I like this start. We're just gonna have to really figure out running back.
Yeah, we gotta get creative here. All right.
We got alphas at each position. But if we take Emmanuel Wilson and he ends up steaming.
Say it again.
If we take Emmanuel Wilson and he ends up steaming into the second, third round, this becomes a super team. Right?
Yeah. Oh, Brees went. Do we try to go? Do you think we take Emmanuel first? Yeah, we probably take Emmanuel. No.
We're probably lucky for him to fall to us. Even though his ADP is way later.
All right, so that's 2, yeah.
Chad went Warren, which is interesting. This guy's got 2, so we only have to fade these 4.
The whole middle of the board faded RB, kind of.
Went for the Pittsburgh secondary team stack because I doubt he stacks the quarterback. Wandale that early? Wow. That's where he went last week, so it's not that crazy.
It's not a bad team. Rice, Etienne Hall.
I think he could have waited on Wandale, though. Or maybe just didn't think he was coming back.
Yeah.
There goes Swift.
All right. What else is there? Let's look at the.
I'm probably, yeah, if we get sniped on Emmanuel Wilson, I'm probably David Montgomery.
Do we just try to take another wide receiver here? What's RB and wide receiver looking like? I mean, do we take Josh Jacobs Q tag?
No. He's just so unlikely to play, in my opinion. Unless you really think he's got a shot. Schmo's going to snipe us, though, for sure.
You want to go Emmanuel here?
I do, just because of how we built this team. If he steams up into the second, third round, we have a really nice combo. But I don't think he's going to make it past Schmo. I have a weird feeling. Oh, okay. Unless you like David Montgomery better, but I just don't think David Montgomery will rise the way Wilson will. Yeah. If like Jacobs got ruled out right now, where does Emmanuel Wilson go? I think we just have to do it. Do you agree or no?
Yeah, I do. I'm with you.
Okay. And I also mentioned Emmanuel Wilson, Chad Candlesing this morning. And both him and Crutches were basically telling me to stay quiet. As like
I didn't catch Chad live, but I watched Chad's I watched it once it was posted. I did see that moment.
I'm talking about. And Crutches like, oh, he's not going in the 6th anymore. He goes in the 4th round.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. The one draft I did, he did go in the 6th round. But we're getting closer to ADP here. And that's still fake because he goes right where we took him.
I think we try to get Kamara. Or Mondre. But I don't love Mondre.
Pierce.
Do we want to build any correlations here? Like indicate
Jordan Addison, nothing from Tennessee.
Yeah.
If we
Pickens probably would have been nice on the Hurts push.
Did we even have a chance at Pickens?
Instead of Warren.
We couldn't have, he went before that though.
You're right.
We couldn't have we couldn't have done that.
You're right. But we could have.
Don't sweat it. BTJ Q tag.
I feel like
Jordan Addison opposite of Emmanuel Wilson.
I feel like we got to try to lock up R&B here, and I feel like we can figure out wide receiver. There goes Pierce.
Yeah. Well, Pierce would have been weird because Warren's a pass catcher for the Colts.
At that point, we might as well have won Danny.
Yeah. I wonder if Crutches will take Kamara. He's more of a Marv Harrison key tag guy, but he only has one running back. There goes BTJ. There goes that dream. Crutches takes the Jacobs key tag.
I think we take Kamara and Old.
Okay.
Can totally see him having a legacy game. He had 13 points, so posted a nice one this week. Oh, am I reading it? No, that's right. They're coming off a bye too.
With 35 from Hurts, 35 from JSN, 35 from Warren, 5 from Wilson, 5 from Kamara, and we'll ship. You know, you just hit the ceilings on the.
I like this team. All right, so we're looking at a wide receiver. Click off those little spurts.
This gives us some correlation, but I know a lot of people don't like Addison this week. We could do the Marv Harrison Q tag. Team stack here. These dudes. Okay, the Keyshawn Booty Q tag.
Could go. Jacoby had a good game. He's on the come up.
It's not a bad shout. Please tell me why.
Isaiah Williams is going right there. That's so gross.
Fake ADPs. Playbook. People say Patrick Barnes YouTube has a bunch of bot accounts that go into the early week contest to skew the ADP so that you can dive into the dog bowl and get values. I don't think that's
You
true.
think he's just burning cash, bringing bots into the dog bowl, dude? That's such a that's such a losing proposition.
Not into the dog bowl, into like the
in other competitions. I could see it.
The contest that opens that sets the ADPs.
Okay.
Like this, not the squib kick, but like the playbooks. I want Marv Harrison Q tag, and I want it now.
Yeah, I think that's where we go for sure. Click the board.
I don't think I could bring myself to chase Michael Wilson after I had so much last week when he smashed that cheap, literally free 6th round. Ooh, this guy can't take Marv. So for once, we'll play the crutches game. Unless you want to build in some correlation.
Yeah, I think we stay on the clock there. I like that. See if something pops up.
Out for week 11. This is week 12.
Yeah. They said and beyond, so it's unlikely.
Do you just want to take Jordan Addison for the correlation or no?
Nah. So he's just chill. Stay on the quizzle.
I mean, on my ESPN app, he's projected 12 points, Marv, so.
Yeah. Marv. It's Marv. It was always Marv. I mean, dude, that's a nasty team.
It's going to look a lot better if Emmanuel Wilson steams up. Like if we start doing drafts on Friday and Emmanuel Wilson's going like
I
mid-second
mean, you
round,
could even see Warren steaming up if that's where McBride and Bowers start ending, right? People are going to just push him up naturally just because.
I think you're right that by Thursday, Friday, you'll see Warren going closer to the late second round, early third round.
That was like Kittle's movement last week. It was kind of like early third to late second, mid second.
Yeah. Let me make sure I save this board. But before
And it
I
was
do
solely
that,
off the fact that there was only McBride. But maybe the fact that you missed out on McBride and Bowers makes you wait. But I mean, that was like the first game that the Colts really got pushed and were down late, and Tyler Warren put up massive numbers. So if he mixes in a tutty into that game, like you're looking at just some.
Which game?
Tyler Warren's last game. He had posted like.
Which game was he pushed? Oh.
In the Falcons game. There was that Berlin game, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. They went into overtime. It was a lot of craziness, but still. It could definitely happen in the KC game.
These were our lineups from last week. I haven't even checked to see if they cashed. Looks like this was the best one with Bijan Tet. QB single stack plus mini. So we did a Bijan Tet, which was the nuts. We just kind of got screwed by Stafford, Devontae, and then Freiermuth didn't do much. Yeah, it looks like that was the only decent lineup.
I mean, we were kind of on it with McBride, Brissett, Kyron, but then our other three picks were just horrendous with Worthy, Addison, and Harvey.
Yeah, I started getting off Harvey later in the week, just once people started scaring me on the whole Sean Payton's the worst thing.
Yeah, we should have done.
New week.
Let's get it. Last shot. We gotta get sneaky Emmanuel Wilson.
Oh, that guy screwed us. Now we can't swap to Addison.
That's okay.
People don't like Addison this week, though, which means he's going to go nuke for 30. 11, 13. 11, 13.
Gibbs 101 shows you how much people are on the Lions.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it a few times now.
They said that Dan Campbell's just starting to feed him. So it's just a tough spot this past week. Still tough cooking him over JT.
Yeah, for sure.
But it is the Giants compared to the Super Bowl champs, basically. So
let's flip the build and try to get two of these running backs. Hopefully, honestly, I hope we get a late pick so we can click two of these guys.
Yeah, I hope we get like JT and Jameer. That'd be sick start.
JT and Jameer? Only on DraftKings.
Nah, dude, that'd be ideal start.
Joe ETN, man. Arizona's tough to run against, though, so I don't like them as much this week. Who did Arizona play last week? Well, Chris McCaffrey destroyed them. So, he's a different prototype of running back. Let's look at some other ones. Arizona. played the Seahawks, Cowboys. So what did... I guess Sharps had a decent game against them.
Yeah.
14, and then Wood Walker.
It was like 35-0 immediately in that game.
7.5. And then what Javante do against them? 6.8. What Josh Jacobs do?
I think Jacobs was decent. I think he ended up getting
18.3.
Yeah.
Didn't rush for much, but punched in too. I don't know. I just feel like they've been stingy. Let me see if I can find like a few more examples. I'm not saying fade ETN.
Yeah, they've been a decent defense like overall this year. Not like bad or good, but they've had some like their offense will put them in bad spots kind of sometimes.
You see him? Yeah, he got it done in the receiving game. This one. Does ETN catch balls? Zero last week.
He's got like
A little bit of a receiving role.
Looks like he averages like 2.5 over the last 5.
It really is that tier though, and then it just falls off. Like you like Brees, Swift, Crutches likes Aaron Jones, Mythology likes David Montgomery.
They liked Ken Walker too.
Where's he at? Yeah. You watched that show today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker's a good shout. So I'd say, yeah, let's try to get 2 of these running backs this time. I think we punted it last time with the goal of Emmanuel Wilson steaming up, and now let's flip the build and take 2 early. I don't even mind.
We're going to get the same spot because we're going to get sparked.
I think a build that might get there this week is this. You just say every other running back sucks this week. I'm just going to take one of these 4 when I can, and then take like
There's
3
just
receivers.
So many good wide receivers. You can
just
get
hope
that combo right.
Like I wouldn't love doing 3 receivers if I punted running back, and let's just say it was something like this.
Yeah.
Kamara, and then I had
like JSN.
Like kind of like what we just did, but only 1 running back.
Mm-hmm.
I think what really might get there this week, if a 1-1-3-1 finally does get home for the first time in a while,
This is a hero.
Is one of these studs, and then you just punt running back. Otherwise, you just don't take it.
I could see that.
See,
I think you could even I think you can even put Derrick Henry in there if you're like desperate.
Yeah, I think with Derrick Henry, I still might prefer a 2 running back build, but
I get it.
I mean, someone did it with Sean Tucker last week, and it almost worked. So
yeah, I just think he could have that type of game against the Jets, where he gets like 3 tutties, right? 100 yards, 3 tutties. Did he score last week?
Yeah, and he almost had 2. He almost had a 70-yard touchdown. He got tackled at the 1.
Travion Henderson just ran all over him. I think Derrick Henry can.
We need one more for dog bowl.
Just can't stop a nosebleed, though. What if they trade those picks? If they could bundle all those picks they got in the trade and trade for 1 QB, who would you want for the Jets?
We can get anyone.
I would say probably besides like Mahomes.
Get rid of I guess no Mahomes, no Allen, no Lamar, because those guys are untradeable. Package like 6 first-rounders. Any quarterback. Guess Justin Herbert.
That's who I was leaning. That's who came to mind. From like age perspective, he's just a little younger than Burrow.
Yeah. We got the one-on-one, baby.
You know who probably the answer is, though? It's probably Drake May.
Let's wait till he gets put on the road.
Drake or
Tough
Jaden?
matchup
Would you rather have Drake
in the
or
playoffs.
Jaden?
I don't know. Jaden had an insane year last year. It's just so hard to write him off.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it with like literally no one besides Terry. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And I'm still not terribly impressed by New England, but at some point I got to capitulate and give him credit.
You going JT over him?
Do you want to go Gibbs?
I think we go Gibbs. I feel like he's the safer pick, but I get it either way.
Do you want to do the 1-1-3-1 with these guys? I mean, like we'll see what falls at running back, but
yeah, we can plan for that.
I don't know, man. I should have looked at projections real quick. Do you want to go Gibbs?
I think we go Gibbs. I think we can die on that hill. Yeah.
Am I gonna regret that? Probably. We're gonna look back at the stream and be like, "Holy crap! If we just took Taylor, we would have won a seat." I've seen it done. I don't know. Fantasy Grinders got a seat. He goes Taylor.
Yeah, you're obviously going whatever falls there.
I mean, the Colts game is definitely going to be more competitive. Should be.
Just don't know if that's a good thing for JT, though. I just don't see JT, like, going off. I just feel like the Chiefs are going to be like, all right, let's just make Daniel Jones throw it on us, just like they did to Bo Nix. They pretty much stifled the run game.
Whoa, Nezzy boy. Let's get your guy season.
Wow. That's wild.
Let's get your guy season. Mr. Vorp. I'm going to have nightmares of JT 3 touchdowns.
I told you McBride over that tier.
We took JSN.
Yeah. After JSN.
But we had the 6 pick. No, I agree. After that tier.
Yeah.
Although I would have taken Saquon in the top 6.
That's what I'm saying. He took him over Saquon, even.
Let's get your guy season.
Mm-hmm.
Amiz Nez really likes Travion. He wants to be highly overweight.
That's crazy over Barkley and Henry.
Yeah, I do like Barkley this week. They did lose an offensive lineman. Lane Johnson's out, but
yeah, that's true.
I mean, it is the Bengals, man. So it's not like Nez is doing this against the Browns.
Mm-hmm. Also, maybe like he's got inside information that Ramondre's not playing. What does he know? That's what we should be asking ourselves.
Look where Hurts went. It's nice.
It's still like crazy high. I guess it's not really though. Travion played a crap ton with no Ramondre.
I mean, no Ramondre against the Bengals. That's
huge.
You can make an argument for 5.
Mm-hmm. But there's just no reason to pay that right now because that's what you're gonna have to pay once that does happen, and it's not 100% that's gonna happen. So there's.
Yeah.
Not a ton of reason to pay it, especially with how many drafts he does.
Should we build out some kind of Lions thing, or do you think that's going to be done too much?
Man, if it's the nuts, it's the nuts. So it doesn't matter.
Like,
it's just like
Jameson Williams, Jared Goff.
Yeah, don't hate that at all.
I don't know if Goff will ever come back to 48, so might have to.
Is it too expensive?
A little bit. We'll see what's there.
Do Gibbs and JMO no Goff, or just pray and risk it? What?
No, I mean that's totally viable, and I think that's been done plenty from what I've seen. Sucks because T. Higgins and George Pickens were going in the third round, and you could have had Gibbs, Higgins, Pickens. I'd probably still get Pickens.
Yeah.
Should we just screw this guy and take off and Brock Wright 2-3? No.
It's not the worst, but we could wait on Brock.
I know, I'm just kidding. Okay, we're up. JJ, Diggs, Pickens, Warren. I don't mind taking Warren again.
I kind of like Pickens or JJ.
I think people really don't like JJ this week.
I think I'd rather go like Pickens, Mahomes, or do you want to do like Mahomes, Warren?
I kind of like Pickens, Warren.
Okay.
Even though we already took Warren, I really don't care.
Okay.
It'll be
Okay, I'm cool with that. Let's get a good tight end.
Do you like that, or do you want to? We'll queue him up and let's just keep looking. I mean, JJ.
No, I can see
keep falling.
I mean, it's just so hard to bet on 9. You
9?
know?
Oh yeah.
And if Mahomes isn't going to have much correlation, then maybe we don't.
Yeah, I already stacked him up with Worthy and another one. There's nothing else you can really do because Kelsey's going to be gone. So yeah, let's just go Warren.
It's so tiring.
It's a really strong start.
So tiring taking the Mahomes Worthy stack, isn't it? It's like, I gotta do it again. It's like, fuck.
Chad didn't like it. I did it on his stream today. I did a Mahomes Worthy Pittman, but I got good prices on all of them. I got 3, 4, 5, third round, fourth round.
He didn't love that team, but it was. It's just like it's always there. It's like you get Mahomes, and it's like, what am I gonna do? Worthy.
Naked Mahomes isn't the worst.
But you know, if Mahomes is going off, that like Worthy's probably got like a bomb tutty, like to get Mahomes in it. Could be take one though.
I really like this start. I feel like it's just really strong. Just gotta find a good way to close it out. I don't even mind not taking another running back, assuming it stays ugly. If something falls to us, sure, but
we probably should have went like Diggs.
Well, Diggs, where are we?
I think Pickens had a tough game against Philly, but it was just like week 1, and there was like no chemistry between him and Dak. But him and Dak are like just like vibing now, so it's completely different. Like,
Yeah, you're not worried about Diggs with the whole Bengals narrative against wide receiver ones?
No, I just don't think he runs on the outside, so I wouldn't be worried about him at all. I like Diggs.
Okay, good. Because I did do a T. Higgins Diggs mini correlation second, third round, which I feel like is going to be pretty rare now.
Especially like if Bootie's out again, there's just no hamstrings are tricky. So even if he's in, I see Diggs moving up a few.
Yeah, people are just DJ Turner pilled. I'm just like worried about him. So maybe you have the right angle there. Brees consistently going
right
late
around
third.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he'll steam up. I know Aaron Jones' ADP is fake. He's got like a 50-ish ADP, but he goes around here. Revenge game narrative.
True. Actually a decent call.
This is the only way to get this stack, AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, is to do the 1-2 turn. Basically. Or I guess you could pull up AJ Brown. People hate Genty. He was going this side of the board yesterday.
Crazy. Like, at some point he's going to be a click. I mean, he's probably a click there all day. It is Cleveland. They could just have the ball enough to where he gets home. He's still got a better ceiling than Jones, and maybe not Hall, but Walker and Judkins is kind of gross there. I'd rather get Brown, Hall, Jones, Genty than Judkins and Walker at those prices. Nez is really picking his guys, although Bowers is a great.
How do you get Bowers at 20?
Yeah, that's a sick pick.
I saw Lee, Chad Maschke take him at 12, and then Nez take him at 12. I've never seen him go later than 12. What the hell?
That's a big drop.
He kind of ruined it, though, because it's not going to be as unique as it should be, because Travion normally goes on the right side of the board and pairs with Bowers there.
Yeah,
and then
I know.
Kenneth
That's
Walker
like
also goes later, so he doesn't really have anything unique.
I know.
If you took JSN or Barkley, you'd have something.
He could have had a JSN Bowers or a Yeah,
it's the only problem with doing what he did. But hey, if it's the combo you need, it's the combo you need.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to stack Warren with Danny Dimes anyway.
Mm-mm.
Could go Dak Pickens.
Mm-hmm. Don't hate it.
One of these guys might have CD though. No. Miss the. I was gonna say let's go David Montgomery, but we already have Gibbs. I mean that's gotten there before going double Lions running back.
I think we go Dak here for sure.
As long as he doesn't snipe him and try to go Dak, Jake Ferguson, which he could definitely try to do. Because he knows we can't take Jake Ferguson. Okay, good lad.
All right, so we'll take Dak. We'll chill though. Who do we want after? Who else do we want here? I'm not vibing with Michael Pittman or Worthy.
I don't really want to do Kamara again.
Same.
Alec Pierce?
Alec Pierce?
Maybe.
Or Worthy? I don't know. Does he get sauce? Not that I really care, but I think we
Good
go
game
Pierce.
total.
I think we
Pierce?
go Pierce. Or Marv. I don't mind Marv either. If you want to.
We already went Marv, right? Like with our very last pick, so I think we can get something better.
Yeah, maybe we can get it again. Or
Worthy
Yeah.
or Pierce or
Pierce.
Pittman.
Honestly, Sutton and Franklin had good games, but Franklin had the better game, and I think Pierce profile is better than that. And Pierce's yardage totals over. They should have similar TD odds, so I think Pierce will steam up over Michael by the end of the week, to be honest with you.
Maybe.
I'm serious, dude.
Oh, why? Fuck, why did we do that, dude?
What?
Oh.
What'd you want?
No, not who I want. I just don't love. secondary team stacks with 2 pass catchers from the same team. I'd rather do running back, tight end.
Oh, I did forget we had Warren.
It's fine. We also kind of reached on Pierce a little bit, but it's fine. He wasn't obviously not coming back. Damn, that team was so beautiful, but I think we ruined it.
Sorry.
We just need to pray McBride and Bowers have just shit weeks. And then maybe.
And then Nez got the Michael Pittman. Yeah, I think that was a bad pick. But when Alec Pierce goes for 25, you're going to say, hey, I told you, boy.
Mm-hmm.
But then that caps Warren's ceiling.
Oh, no, you didn't want Kamara there. So it was Pittman, Kamara, or Pierce. Or Juan. I don't know. I didn't really want Wandale.
It's probably worthy. On the bring back on Warren.
Yeah.
Mini correlation. That would have been the play. It's all good. We just need the Colts to go off now, which they can. Leverage off JT. I mean, we also took Gibbs 101 over JT, so we're leveraging off JT, saying that the Colts get there in a different way.
I mean, in that last game, Pierce and Warren both got there, and you didn't need Daniel Jones because he turned the ball over 2-3 times. So
yeah, it's just kind of hard for Warren and Pierce to hit a ceiling and Daniel Jones not to be optimal. But
I hear you.
yeah, it's one of those picks though.
You're kind of maybe praying Warren gets like a tush push touchdown.
Yeah, but then Pierce isn't touching the ball.
Not necessarily.
I just mean on that particular red zone score.
For sure. It's hard to see them putting up enough points also in Kansas City to where it's viable. I think that's more of the issue. Like it's not like they're projecting like the Lions, so it's kind of.
It was a bad pick, but it's all good. We didn't realize.
Yeah, I forgot we had Warren. Freaking, they make your badge like half the fucking screen. You can't even see your tight end. So stupid. There's a lot of things about this damn setup that could be better, but I guess.
Keyshawn Beauty. Do we just take Kareem Hunt and just say like, I don't know.
It's not the worst. I mean, we're pretty diving into that game.
I guess that slows down the game if he does well.
Yeah, a bit.
Kirk, huh? Not bad. Ooh, Ramondre Q-Tag. Don't hate that. BTJ.
Yeah, BTJ.
You like that?
Yeah, him or Mondre. Whatever you're feeling.
In line to practice Wednesday. Fuck. Whatever. I mean,
could be worse.
I think it makes more sense with Worthy, but
yeah, Definitely. That's all right. That's all right. It could get there, I think.
Alpha stack goes off. Gibbs goes for 30. Pierce
Warren
gets a deep bomb.
Warren gets a rushing touchdown away from JT and Daniel Jones. That's who it really can crush. And then Daniel Jones throws 2 touchdowns. They're both to Pierce or Warren when he does.
I mean, last week, Michael Wilson plus Trey McBride was what you needed with no Jacoby. So
yeah, McBride, Allen, Michael Wilson last. Fill it in with what were your RBs?
Are we sure about Pierce over Pittman though?
Dude, you can look at their lines. He's projecting more Vegas wise.
It'd be so funny if this is actually what gets us home. It's like the Pierce goes for like 40. But if Pierce goes for 40, how are you not going to need Daniel Jones?
I mean, Pittman has a little better touchdown odds, but it's basically the same. Warren has better than both of them. DraftKings doesn't have the receiving props yet, I don't think. But I saw on Underdogs, I think it was Underdogs Pick'em, Pierce's yardage was higher. But I guess you are in half point betting on a little more touchdown equity, which is probably Pittman, but I don't know.
It's all right. Someone's got to pay the rake, right?
In the Atlanta game, Pierce and Warren were the leaders by far. Warren had like 8 catches and 99 yards, and then Pierce was like 4 for 84 and a touchdown. Pittman didn't do a ton.
Naked Mahomes, Goff double. No one got an elite 2 RB. The only one who went RB got Judkins. That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he could have got Henry Etienne, Henry Javante. He got cut off at that tier. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough week.
For sure. It is. It gets ugly down there. But it's like not as ugly as last week. There's just a lot of like of the same caliber. It's just a lot of. It's just like there's not much difference between like Breece Hall to like freaking Wan'Dale Robinson. You know, it's like all those guys can just shake up. Emmanuel Wilson's obviously the biggest riser, but I don't know. You can vibe for anybody over Breece Hall.
And what's good with Chris Brooks?
He just didn't play a lot this past week. He's kind of like going to be the long down and distance pass catcher guy, I think.
Candidate for more work.
Yeah. Emmanuel Wilson's got all the work.
Passing downs.
Yeah. I mean, just look at his usage. It's just
Well, that was with Jacobs in. This is a bit of a more of an input volatility spot.
yeah, I hear you. But they're just
I agree. It's then.
I just don't think he's liable.
Oh, no. What's the Colts team total? Last thing I'm going to look at. 23.5. Okay.
So we need Warren and Pierce to get all 3 touchdowns. And we're going to the dog.
Dak needs to throw like 5.
The Pickens, strictly. Maybe one. He can throw one to like Spawnberger and who's the other backup tight end? Maybe like Cavante Turpin. You can throw one to Cavante if he wants.
Schoonmaker.
Schoonmaker, yeah.
I guess if we didn't have Warren, we could have taken Ferg there. Yeah, I don't know. But that's going to do it for tonight's stream. We'll be back same time tomorrow at 9 p.m. Hopefully a little sharper. Hopefully a little wiser. Hopefully have a bit more information, but who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe the Chiefs just get smoked. Colts put up 50. This is the little mini you need, or the little secondary team stack you need, and Dak outscores Mr. Danny Dimes. So you never know.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Let's get it.
Peace.
Peace.